Yeah, let's go for it. And say heathens take it slow. Yeah. Uh. They don't want to know. They don't want to know, my heathen friends. All right. Welcome to Breakface.
Welcome, everybody.
What is this? This is like episode 59. Yeah,
Love
episode
it.
59.
Love it.
Woot woot. Actually, our I think the anniversary of Breakface's first episode was the 13th.
Starting
That
off
was
in
pretty. That was pretty cool. For reference, today is the 20th. So. Well, when was the 13th? Shit. I don't know when the fuck are you guys talking? It's like time travel with you idiots. Trust me, if you take a fork and stick it in a toaster, time travel. Because you're gonna wake up and not know where the fuck you are. We here at Breakface do not advocate the sticking of forks into toasters.
No, that's
Unless you deserve
it's like the butthurt remover ring. It's got a little plug in there. You know?
I've never
Just
seen this.
remove the warning labels and let nature take its course, baby.
I think that's how everything should be. Just
Yeah.
remove the warning labels.
Yeah,
It's and just let society
natural,
sort
baby.
itself out. Yeah.
That would get Newton's third
it's-
laws or whatever.
It's a terrible, terrible thought, but
shit happens. So
85% you gotta go. That's my new motto. I'm stealing it from Bill Burr, but I'm still using it. 85% you gotta go. Oh my gosh.
good deal.
So
Good.
exciting night.
So yeah, how was your week? Did you have a good week?
I had a below average week probably.
I know it sucked.
Working the same old day in day out, 9 to 5er, and
Yeah.
then I got some depressing news. So we're on YouTube and we're on all these different platforms. YouTube being the one that I want driven the most
Right.
for us because there's some potential to actually make money off of it.
We like money.
As most people know, there's people out there like PewDiePie and Mark Dice and Philip DeFranco, Joe Rogan.
Huge.
All these guys out there. Dana White's got shows on YouTube. I mean, it's just it's blown up. It's basically its own network, and they will pay creators for content through the use of advertisements. So when you first sign up for YouTube, you have these requirements you have to meet to do things like upload videos longer than 15 minutes, this, that, and the other thing. Well, when we first started this channel back in the day, I went through all the rigmaroles and the all the things that we had to do, and I got us monetized, and it was great for a little bit. We weren't making any money because it's based on views,
How many views?
Yeah. If anybody clicks the ads, they're being shown this and that. So there wasn't a lot of money involved. All right, well, fast forward to April 2017, they changed the rules.
Bastards.
They changed the rules, so if you wanted to monetize your channel, they wanted your channel to have at least 1,000 views on it. Or I'm sorry, 10,000 views.
Gotta have 10,000
So,
views.
That the point being to see if your channel was legitimate enough and driven enough to actually have ad revenue on there. Blah blah blah. All right, I'm like, okay, well, I'm watching the views slowly creep up. We're still at under 5,000 views total. Please check out our YouTube channel.
Damn.
There's good stuff on there.
Like and share.
Like and share. Tell your friends.
Subscribe. Yeah. So
I'm like, do I have to
And
do I have to pander to
you-
millennials
you
to
know
make this work?
Well, I mean, by all means, you could leave us some show ideas on the, some in the comments. I mean,
leave
please,
us some
if there's
feedback.
something you want to see, I don't know, whatever. Because we could
Well, so that happened, right?
whatever it is. So, but
Wax my chest again. Okay. I mean, if you really want an entertaining show, I will do my back. There's a lot more canvas to work with, if you will. All right, so April 17, 2017, they did that. Now you have to have 1,000 or 10,000 views, and then they'll put you into an approval status. Okay, great. I don't have anywhere near 10,000. We don't have anywhere near 10,000 views. And then here recently, I believe within the last 2 weeks, they came again and changed the rules again. So now they've pushed it to you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers and so many hours watched.
impossible.
And honestly, I was like, it depressed me. I found this out on Wednesday or Thursday, and I got like depressed because I look at our YouTube statistics. We've got 52 subscribers. We have 4,000 what do we have? I'm looking at it right now. We have 4,319 total views. And then tonight, before we start the show, I'm explaining all this to Steve before we start recording.
And
I
now
look
I'm
and we
depressed.
lose a subscriber. So now we have 51 whopping subscribers to our YouTube channel. And we're both of us are like scratching our heads
show
like,
ideas.
well,
Yeah.
what the fuck do we need to do here? I'm just going with fucking dancing chicks. I'm gonna go the route of the Man Show. Does anybody remember the Man Show?
Yep. Yeah.
It's on Comedy Central.
Yeah.
Late '90s, early 2000s, or something like that. Jimmy Kimmel and Adam Carolla, and they had a segment on there.
What up, Adam?
Called the Juggies jumping on trampolines. The Juggies were their scantily clad.
There you go. See, we need something like that, right? I mean,
I'm gonna get a green screen for back here so you can't see that, and I'm just gonna put girls jumping on trampolines.
I mean, if you want to see go-go girls or something to that effect.
So, new Jamie, I'm gonna need you to buy a trampoline, and I need you to get on the trampoline.
We're fixing to have a weekly wardrobe malfunction.
I believe you're looking for the number 3 volume level there. Yeah. So that's a huge hurdle for someone as small as us. And there's some YouTubers out there. They're all upset about it. They're all pissed. And I get it, but then you look at it from a really, really small channel perspective, and they've made it. They're definitely putting the ball in our court. Now it's like, okay, fuck, what do we need to do to start driving some things up? And I'm at a straight loss because I've been doing this for over a year, but I'm still new to it. I don't know how to drive traffic in the right areas. I'm using Facebook and promoting ads and things like that, and I'm just like, ugh.
You only have that bar rescue, and I think Richard Rollins is going rescuing other mechanic shops or whatever. Maybe there's a
YouTuber
rescue us. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It's just been a bad week. You're saying. But
and I'm like, well, is it the content? What do you guys want us to talk about? I don't like to talk about politics really because it's fucking depressing. One, I'm a jokester. I'm a comedian. I don't want to depress everybody. Yeah. And I guess this story in itself is probably depressing everybody. And I'm sorry
about that. I just oral makes your day, but anal will make your whole week. Whole week. Yeah. So
HOLE. Do you get it? Do you, Jamie? Your shithole. It makes your shithole week.
Yeah. Hey, listen. But I got good news though. I renamed my penis Section 8, and now all the hoes are on it.
Oh my god.
No, let's see. Maybe we would have more subscribers if we were actually funny.
That might help if we actually were funny. Or sponsorships might work. Hey, speaking of a couple of sponsors, Alaska Fighting Championship and Capo's Alaskan Beard Oil. Those are two other big ones. We got the Veterans Party of Alaska.
Right.
That's what's actually your organization right now.
I sit at the chair. I'm just the fool that signed his name at the Division of Elections.
You're just a big kahuna over there. and then a fourth sponsor, we have Alaska Wood Shop. And Mike.
Hey, Mike. Shout out to Mike.
Sorry
he couldn't be with us tonight. Sorry about the mix-up. If you're watching the show, I assume that you two knew each other.
I'm laughing, but I'm not laughing at you.
Anyway, when I didn't hear from you, I thought you. Anyway,
so let's take a step back here real quick. So today's Saturday. We normally shoot shows on Friday.
Yes.
That gives me a whole weekend to edit and everything and put them out on Monday. My mom was in town, so I got a hold of Steve here, and I'm like, hey, my mom's in town. I'm going to go have dinner with her, and I got to take her to the airport tonight. Can we shoot the show tomorrow? And he was like, yeah, sure.
Here we are.
Well, I guess Mike had planned on coming to hang out with us, and I didn't let him know we weren't even going to be home.
Sorry, Mike.
And Steve didn't because he didn't know either. Or he knew I wasn't going to be here, but he didn't know Mike was coming. And Mike actually came all the way out here from the far side of Wasilla to hang out with us, and no one was here. So another apology to Mike, I guess, for not keeping him in the loop there.
Mike is just the redheaded stepchild, I guess. We keep abusing this kid, and we don't mean to,
Oh, no. Who didn't turn their ringtone off?
What the heck?
Oh, my God. Everything's going crazy. We're popular.
Sorry, my phone went to ringing, and I never get a phone call, so.
I know.
Oh, is my cousin. I'll call him back.
Oh, there you go. I have a feeling my lovely assistant, new Jamie, is over here texting in a group chat that I happen to be in. Can we talk about that? Do you have any group chats?
No. What exactly is a group chat?
Oh my God. Okay. A group chat is where you have, like, I text you, right? And it's just me and you. That's what me and your conversation.
Right.
Well, now I can start one that has me, you, new Jamie. We can have Mike on it. We can put up, I don't know, you can put a fuck ton of people on these.
Okay.
And there's
Start a flash mob.
basically, and now there's all these people.
Great.
And
What are we going to riot or protest? Let's protest something.
Well, let's do that. Yeah. I protest group chats.
What am I offended by this?
Jesus Christ. So I'm in a group chat right now. Well, I've got ones with my wife and my kids and all this, but I'm in one with a couple of my old coworkers, and then a couple of their friends. And I'll be at work, and I can't be on my phone at work, so I'm working, and I check my phone, and I'm like 96. 96. What the fuck?
96 notifications.
They just blow it up, and they sit there and have fucking conversations with each other, and then I pipe in every once in a while.
You're like, I missed the whole damn thing.
Yeah. And then I put my phone down, and 45 more messages, and I'm just like, yeah. So I'm not real good with group chats. And yeah, my wife and my daughter, I'll be driving home from work, and them two will be talking to each other, and my fucking pocket's buzzing. I got one of the watches that notifies you. That's buzzing like, and if my fucking ringer's not on, it's interrupting my music while I'm being mad in traffic. Fucking group chats.
Modern technology.
Oh, it's lovely. It's a lovely thing.
Yeah.
I mean, but if you want to keep in touch with the whole family and you don't want to call them, you just group chat them, and there you go. Everybody knows. They can't say they didn't get it because
everybody.
I texted you, and I have read receipts, bitch. I know you read what I sent. So, group chat.
Or notification. You cannot hide. Yeah, you know that like cell phones is kind of like an electronic leash. You know that
it is a leash.
The first half of my life, I didn't have one. There was no such thing, you know, because I'm fucking old. But anyway,
how old are you?
Fucking 51. But anyway, yeah, I know. I wove the basket Moses was found in. But anyway. You know, you just didn't miss it. You didn't have it. How could you miss what you didn't have? But now you can't go to the freaking toilet without your cell phone. You know, it seems like you just have to have it, like the latest ding or funny little beep or blip or whatever. Because they all represent something different. You get a notification on Instagram. It's different than Facebook, or different than Twitter, and different. You know, text dings are different than dings from Messenger, and so on and so forth.
You know what? If you really don't want to know, you just want to leave yourself in suspense. You just make all of your notification tones the same. Then it's like notification roulette.
I didn't even know you could do that. See, there's
holy fuck, you are 51.
I'm doing good to text and do Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. I still don't understand all of Twitter or Instagram, but I'm working on it, you know. So it's cool.
I went and opened all those social media accounts for the show, and I'm like barely on any of them. I try. It's a full-time fucking job, though.
Yeah, it can be. But you know, you can reach a lot of people.
You can. Are we reaching you? I want to reach inside, touch your soul with my fingertips.
Look out.
Just the tips.
Oh, just the tip. Where have we heard that before?
Everywhere, all night. So yeah, to bring it full circle, YouTube, fuck off. If you get mad at me, just close my channel down completely. It ain't making me no money.
You're making it hard on us to be famous.
Well, how was your week? You asked me how my week was, and I just went off for half an hour. How was your week?
Well, my dick was in the Guinness Book of World Records until the librarian told me to take it out.
Oh.
So I was
libraries and petting zoos, two places we can never take you so far.
Yeah. Don't put Section 8 into the Guinness Book of World Records because the librarian will be pissed. And do not insert human DNA into the goat because you will get asked to leave the petting zoo.
You will be asked to leave the petting zoo.
Don't do that ever again. So
now, is that just the goats, or can you like?
Well, there was this.
They don't mind if you drop some DNA in a chicken, right?
There was this monk seal that kept giving me the eye. You know, they have those big, saucer eyes, Yeah, when it looked at me, I just kind of heard that porn music, bow, chicka, bow, bow,
Like the old, just horrible. I'm
John
here to fix
Holmes.
thine cable.
Yeah.
All right, so besides getting your dick smacked in a book at a library, hey, let us know how your week was. Where was your dick?
My whole week, I had oral, but it was great. But then my whole week was anyway. Anal bleaching. So I accidentally sit on a thing of Clorox. So
Was it closed?
Yeah. my watertight seal is still intact. I'll have you know.
Oh my god. You know me. My dick's name's Section 8, and I got a watertight frog asshole.
See, yeah, you shouldn't ask me how my week goes because then you get too much information.
Yeah, I was thinking. I knew you had some big things in the works, and
right. Well, I
didn't know it had anything to do with bleach up your butthole. So
no, we're Alaskan. We've been here. I've been here my whole adult life, and I love it. It's just the winters have gotten cold and dark, so I've decided to purchase some land in Hawaii. I probably mentioned it before, but
it has, yeah.
Thursday was the date we actually recorded. I believe that's what they call it. So it's officially mine, and I own 3 acres on the Big Island, and you're all invited. Get your ass over there.
Yes.
So I got my cousin who was calling earlier. Anyway, they're 26 and 28, so they're young and strong. Anyway, we're gonna go over there and put in a driveway and
I'm already trying to figure out how to make the Hawaii logo fit right there.
Right into the brake face.
We'll take just put the map of Hawaii there.
Right there.
Yay,
yeah.
logos.
Yeah. No, but
Oh,
you guys seriously. I mean, if you can hear that, what I plan to do is get a off-grid farm with the whole works, chickens and a pet miniature goat, and anyway, don't get no ideas.
You're not gonna.
No, it's not like
turn
that.
it into the island
It's
of
not
Dr. Harrison.
It's not a petting zoo. That kind, so. No. Uncle, get the fuck out of here. So anyway, no, we're gonna build
shows in a row.
Little.
Uncle Sh count is now 6.
He's infamous. But we're gonna make these little houses and to the tourists. And so if you want to come over, and I know you, we might not charge you anything, So, but other than that, it's gas, grass, or ass.
So. Yeah. That's for anything. That's how you pay. But yeah, I mean, finally, like a dream of yours for a while now finally came to fruition.
When they came around in high school, and which was like a million years ago, they came around and asked me what I want to do in life or where I was going to go to college and all this stuff. And I'm 17, I don't freaking know. And neither of these kids that I'm with, but they're all like, well, I'm going to go to Harvard and I'm going to be a brain surgeon. I'm like, sure you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I dreamt of like selling hot dogs on the beach or whatever in Hawaii. I mean, that was my thing. I've ever since high school. It's just that
would
be
a pretty cool place to do it.
To pay off a piece of property, just own it outright is a big deal. So finally, I pat myself on the back. But
hell yeah,
it's been a long road. Been a long, long road. I've had several pieces snatched out from underneath me. 2013, bought some, came home, thought it was a done deal. Turns out it wasn't. It was just crazy. It's been a crazy ride. Getting realtors to do anything.
Quite the road for you.
Man, has it ever.
And we've actually covered some of that journey on the show. And fucking finally. Boom.
I was, Thursday, I felt like I had to celebrate. It was a big, big deal. But everybody else was, at work and involved in their own lives and whatever. And it was just kind of like this quiet internal celebration that I had that day, just kind of like, yeah, it was, but other than that, it was like any other day. But
fucking A.
But it's coming.
I was like, if somebody said your lifelong dream of owning property in this place that you wanted to own the property is done, I'd be like, woo! I wouldn't even be here sitting with me if I were you.
I don't know why.
I'd be on a plane to Hawaii, like, I was to sleep on my property in a sleeping bag.
I was telling them I got I've been lucky. Unfortunately, I got a bank account built up, and the property over there is paid for, and so why I'm sitting here, I have no idea.
You're gonna be
fucking 9 degrees on the way over here. Fucking third week in January in Alaska. As you can imagine, don't get me wrong, I love this place. It's beautiful. It's just that I've been here 30 years. I've been here my entire adult life.
I feel you. I've been here my whole life.
And
Born and raised.
so I worry about that over there. Even though you're in paradise, you know you're. Yeah,
It's not going to be familiar anymore, right?
It's not. Well, you know how you feel like when you go outside of Alaska for a trip.
You want to come home.
Exactly. That you miss the mountains. You miss when you come in, you're flying on the airplane. You're looking out to see those mountain tips. You know you're about to touch down at Anchorage. It's exciting. You're glad to be home and all those feelings. You know what I mean. If there's somebody next to you that's never been here before, you're telling them all about Alaska, and it's
and they're asking.
So that's
oh boy, are they asking? They want to know everything.
Yeah. So I worry about that. About being because Alaska is home. It's just that the winters have gotten colder and darker for me.
Just snowbird it, man.
Yeah. Oh, well, in the summer, there's really no better place in Alaska. I mean, if we have a good summer.
Yeah, if you have this place is amazing. Even if the summer is kind of mediocre, it's still an amazing place.
Well, I mean, I can remember a few summers we had maybe 4 days that were 70 degrees and sunshine. 4 days. So what that kind of really does is you have this 2 winters attached to each other is really what you're doing. You kind of have this break in between winters.
Yeah, we don't have seasons in Alaska. For anyone for the people that live here, you know what we're talking about. If you don't know, you've never been to Alaska, and you actually listen to the show outside of the state, we don't have the regular 4 seasons. There is no we get about spring, summer, fall, winter. It's
in the lower south central part where we are. We're in a
9 months
subarctic rainforest.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we're technically in. So
isn't that weird?
It is.
Yeah, wrap your head around that shit. We're in a rainforest.
I know. You tell people I live in Alaska in a rainforest, and they're kind of like, what?
And then some parts of Alaska are classified as almost desert conditions too.
Yeah, the amount of precipitation, if you count that.
Mm-hmm.
Alaska's a truly magnificent place.
It's a great place to live. We love it.
I have seen some beautiful things.
We're making it sound like it's almost bad.
Great. No. Listen, behind these eyes, I've been lucky because I've seen the tip of the Aleutian chain. I spent 6 weeks out there working for the Department of Defense. I got to sit in the bunkers that were Japanese held in World War II.
That would be sweet.
I've been to places, the Inside Passage. I've done that twice. I've been to places that, working for the Department of Defense. I got to go to these villages that, Galena and Naknek and King Sam and all these, and spend not just days but weeks there and get to, experience the culture. And man, it's a different world out there.
Oh, absolutely.
But then there's the other highlights like holding wolf puppies. I mean, how many times have you been camping and you ever even seen a wolf? And then, but much less hold a puppy? Yeah. I got to do that. I seen one time we were in my brother-in-law's boat. We cruised up in Kachemak Bay, and there was I don't know, must have been 40-yard long pilot whale with her calf, and just laying there on their side, and she was just cuddling the calf with her fin. Calf was maybe 10 feet long and probably fresh born. I don't know, pretty close.
Wow.
They were just laying there, and they let us. We kind of edged up in a private boat. You can't do that as a tourist on a commercial boat.
Right.
Highly illegal. But we just kind of floated up there with the engines off and didn't disturb her. And she let us look, and it was magical. These things
that is amazing. I have a close-up whale story kind of like that. No calf though. You got me beat there.
Yeah.
We were in some cove. We took off out of Seward, went off, and we pulled into this cove to just kind of relax, anchor for a minute. Not even anchor. We were just floating there and eat some lunch. And all of a sudden, this whale came in, and it was just surfacing next to us, and it just swam around our boat for, I don't know, a good 45 minutes. I got great pictures, but they are actual, old disposable camera type pictures. I don't know where they are. I wish we had digital photography like we do now back then, but amazing.
Yeah. We had some killer whales swim under we have a small boat going after some prawns one time in Prince William Sound, and a pod of killer whales swam under the boat. And They usually don't, I think, hang out in Prince William Sound because of the icebergs. I guess they don't like them or what. Anyway, get in the way. I don't know, but
Yeah, you probably.
we weren't.
They're
it
like,
was-
we've seen Titanic,
it was
bitch.
unacceptable.
We know what happens. You get a hole in your boat, we get a concussion and die.
But you get this 10-ton mammal that's intelligent swim right under this little bitty aluminum boat you're in. It's a
That'll-
pucker.
I was gonna say that'll
Oh,
fucker your.
pucker factor off the chart, you know.
At least if he does try to tip the boat over, your asshole will hold you
But
securely to the seat.
They were teaching the young ones how to hunt. They had killed this harbor seal, and they were tossing this dead harbor seal up in the air
To get
over
the
and
young
over.
one to like
to
go
chase
after
it and give it the scent or whatever, teaching how to hunt. It was magical experience,
It's
you know.
like
So
throwing a toy for my dog.
you know, one time we were panning gold over in Resurrection Creek, and there was this black bear that come walking across the creek, and we're all, glued just to this bear, and he's watching us and walking forward and watching us and walking forward. And this bear gets this little black bear, 300 pounds. Anyway, he gets all the way over to the grass, and this big grizzly brown bear jumps him. I mean, they roll away. You know? So if you think about it, we had our backs turned to this grizzly in the grass and didn't even know it the whole time we were panning gold. We didn't even know it. The grizzly could
Right, and then you see the black
easily-
bear, so now you're focusing on
Yeah,
it.
yeah. And then luckily the black bear took the ass whipping for us, I guess. So anyway.
And can you believe how stealthy those they're not small animals, but they're stealthy as shit.
I know. Are they quiet?
Yeah, you're like da da da
Make
da,
no
and then look
noise.
around and boom, there they are. I've been in some crazy places myself. All over like Iliamna area, they were doing some pebble mine work there. I was walking all over the tundra out there. Just get dropped off in a helicopter and walk 16 kilometers that way is what they would say. And I was a bear guard. My job was to watch for bear. And yeah, man, you'd be amazed.
They're
Those creatures-
quiet.
They're quiet
and fast.
and they stink.
Yeah.
They stink. They're
Yeah.
fucking huge. Yeah, they're fast. They can cover what?
30 yards
In
a few seconds.
Yeah,
They can run
Crazy.
faster than you. So really you just have to be faster than the slowest person in your group.
best gun to take
That's-
with you. 22. 22. I'm not even
Just
joking.
Shoot your best friend.
Shoot your best friend in the leg and start running. He ain't gonna be able to keep up with you. Now you know
Yeah.
what's even more scary than those bears? Polar bears.
Yeah.
You ever dealt with those?
No. I don't think I've ever seen
I've-
one in the wild.
Oh, dude. I've
They-
worked up north Prudhoe Bay.
It's
I've seen them there. I went out on a landing craft. It was a 126-foot landing craft. We took off out of West Dock, which is in Prudhoe Bay. Look it up on a map. It's far
Bay.
north as you can really get.
Prudhoe's up there.
And so yeah, we go out with this thing, and we're just floating through. There's glaciers everywhere, ice. It's fucking amazing and beautiful. And there was an island that was just covered in polar bears. Nothing but polar bears. It was insane. We pull into this little cove at Wainwright, I believe it was, and we anchor there because we kind of didn't know what we were doing for our job. We're like, oh, what's our next assignment? We see a carcass. We're like, oh shit. If we go to land, everybody go in groups, blah blah blah. Next thing you know, here comes this polar bear out of the fucking water and just starts eating on that carcass. And we could have got to it in like 5 minutes in our little dinghy, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
And those
You get to see some
There's some-
really cool stuff
yeah,
here.
they're
you know?
huge, and those fuckers will hunt you and kill you. I've never held a wolf. Oh no, I have held a wolf puppy.
It's just amazing place. I've seen the Northern Lights and heard them. Most people don't know they make noise, but that's a rare thing to hear them crackle.
Yeah.
Or
When we heard the wolves when we were camping, you Jamie. Yeah.
yeah,
That was fucking freaky, actually.
or yeah, you hear them and they're out there. But
But yeah, so we're camping and tent camping. That was awesome. And is this the same trip with the bear? Okay. So this is good. I got a couple of stories in this one. So yeah, we're camping and it's dark out and we're sitting around the fire and just chilling, drinking beers or whatever. And yeah, you hear off in the distance, and the hair on the back of your neck. You're like, okay, that wasn't very close. Then you hear an answering call, and then all of a sudden,
you realize you're surrounded.
oh,
yeah,
shit,
yeah, they've been there the whole
everywhere.
time.
This is kinda
That's the
sick.
thing about camping in Alaska. They'll
But it
see
was-
you, but you'll never see them.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was scary, but it was like
Yeah.
almost intoxicating. It was so cool
Yeah.
listening to this go on. And then of course we go to bed and we go to tent and we're sleeping, and then also we hear this like we're like, what the hell is that?
This is 200-pound wolf in the Doritos.
So I get up and I'm like, well, I mean, we just heard wolves, so that was actually a thought in the mind. I'm like, what is that? Somebody going through our shit? So I come popping out of the tent and I look around, and there is a bear 10 feet away from me, just rummaging through. We left a cooler out, and they can smell. They don't care. It was not a bear-proof cooler, so my bad. But there's this fucking bear just munching on my hot dogs.
Chowing down on the Oscar Myers.
Fucker was eating my hot dogs. He got one of my beers.
Rude asshole.
But yeah, I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh, fuck, what do we do? My shotgun, I brought it with me, but it was in the truck. And I'm panicking. And Whitney's all, grab the key fob. And so I set off the alarm on the key fob, like she said. And he's like, oh, shit. And he ran off.
Good thinking.
And then for like 4 hours that day, I just walked around with my shotgun. And people were like, kind of walking around me like, what the fuck is Rambo doing here? And they asked, like, what's going on? I'm like, there was a bear in our camp, and I'm just, I'm paranoid.
If you've been here at any length of time, you've got some bear stories. That's just part of Alaska.
I love it when little black bears walk across the paved hiking trail that you're walking through a neighborhood, and they just kind of walk across the trail and stop and look at you, and you're like, I'm going to walk backwards really slow. I'm not going to make any sudden movements.
I've done that fishing on the creek bank. You suddenly round that corner, and there's he's out there fishing too. Oh boy. So
I might have to find it. There's a video of this dude sitting on a bank. I think you shared it on your Facebook.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it,
that's
and he's sitting there. Well, he's focusing on that one bear. That one bear's just
the bear
breathing heavy and just sitting there.
For those of you who don't know, I posted a video of this bear. I think it's at McNeil River or whatever. It's one of these bear viewing areas that are popular in Alaska. Anyway, the bear came over and sat down to dude
right next to his camping chair.
Yeah, he's literally like 4 yards away. This huge brown bear.
He was not a little bear.
And the guy was very calm. I mean, scared but very calm. But luckily, the bear was just gorged on salmon, so I think the bear just looking somebody to hang out for a minute.
Well, what I think is great about that video is you're watching this, and then finally that bear gets up, and he's like, all right, cool, whatever. And he walks away, and then the guy pans around with the camera, and there's like a dozen other bears around. It's like, what the shit? This guy was watching this one who's, sitting on the bank with him like, hey, what's going on, bro? You got a beer for a bear? Okay. Yeah, he fucking pans out, and there's dozens of bears everywhere. It was like, oh, shit. That guy's brave.
Well, he brought the picnic basket.
He did. Fucking Yogi.
That's Alaska, though. I mean, one time we were in a contract flight above the volcano. It was going off in 1991, I suppose, and Spur or Redoubt, one of the two, I don't remember now, covered anchorage in a bunch of ash. I was one of the last flights to leave the ground, 30,000 feet above the volcano, looking down at it. So that was really cool.
That was amazing.
Really cool to see this huge ash cloud, that was coming out of the, And of course, you get to where you're going, and you're worried about your family back home in Anchorage, because you heard that it was pretty bad and stuff. And so, but I got to miss all that, the whole covered in ash thing in the early. And if you were here, I don't know if
I was here for both of them. There was one I remember. We're walking around. Might have been the same one you're talking about. We're walking around, and it's like, what the fuck? It's snowing. That's weird. And one of my buddies, his mom, finds us. She's driving through Eagle River looking for us. She pulls over. And she's like,
get in the car.
So-and-so. I'm not going to say his name. But she's like, so-and-so, get in the car right now. And he's like, why? What's going on? She's like, there's a volcano, blah, 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 eruption, da-da-da-da-da. And we're all like, dumbfounded. Like, what the hell is she talking about? And she's all, this isn't snow, you idiots. And we're all, what? And it just kind of brushed his shoulders like, oh shit. So we're just walking around in all volcanic ash like, oh yeah, a lot of dust. Snow day.
It's good for the lungs.
So he got a ride home. We all had to walk back to our houses. That's why I'm not calling you out, buddy.
And then the earthquakes. I don't know if you've ever felt that, because
earthquakes
as a kid, I went through a couple
of.
I grew up in Tornado Alley, so we had a couple of tornadoes, and one time I was in college in Houston, Texas, and we had a hurricane. So we went down to the Galveston because we're dumb like that, and we were young, like 20 years old. Anyway,
trying to be storm chasers.
So nothing really compares the power of an earthquake. And so during the last 29 years, I've either been unfortunate or fortunate enough to whatever experience 4 level 6 pluses and then 2 level 7s. So last one was like 2000. I'm sorry, I've got a nose. Anyways, do we have a napkin?
You have a nose?
Yeah. My nose wants to run for something. office or something.
Yeah, new Jamie is gonna hook you up with some tissue.
Thank you, new Jamie. So
she rules like that.
the
Let's see,
where was I before my nose interrupted me? Here you go. All right. Thank
nothing but quality programming. Didn't we have an 8.1 not too long ago?
2003 was the 7.3. I think we had a
Oh,
big one
yeah.
in 2003.
We had a big one when we first moved into this house, and it was, dude, that one, it woke us up from dead sleep, and like it was so big, and the house just kept shaking. I was like, what do we do?
Yeah.
So I just found a corner, and we just kind of huddled in the corner. We had our, oh, dude, it was terrifying.
If you've ever ridden out a hurricane or a earthquake, there's nothing you can do. I mean,
Oh, hell no.
hurricanes you can leave because you have like a week's notice.
I just looked.
Tornado. I mean, there's things you can do. Open or shut the windows or whatever it is. I mean, get the storm cellar or whatever. There's things you can do. Earthquake, there is nothing you can do.
What do they say? Find something solid and hide under it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, as if that's gonna. Yeah, I mean, God Almighty.
So I was just looking up earthquakes. I was going to look up the bigger earthquakes that we've had. And 2 hours ago, it's 8:07 right now. At 6:07 p.m., there was a 3.3 in Anchorage, 126 miles from Anchorage.
Yep.
So they're constant here too. We don't feel most of them.
For those of you who don't know, we'll have 200. Alaska will experience 200 earthquakes before breakfast every day. Very small earthquakes that you can't feel. It's such a big place. Even when they had that 8 point whatever it was out in the Aleutian chain a few months back, that we didn't even feel that here.
No.
That's
we got tsunami warnings.
It's an idea. Yeah, we did, but that's an idea of how big Alaska is. You can have an 8.24 whatever earthquake, but it's 1,200 miles away. So
looks like
didn't even
we
feel it. I mean, my Texas friends were like, "We're gonna be wiped out," like,
yay! Finally,
I don't.
Right. This is what I've been waiting for.
Let me post video of my suicide.
Suicide by earthquake. So I guess the biggest one we have recently was the 7.1 in 2016, January 2016.
Okay, so yeah, probably another one. But
Alaska's most populous region was rocked by a strong and prolonged magnitude 7.1 earthquake early Sunday morning. But the biggest one we've had is the 9.2
that's a
1964 quake.
Biggie.
That was a big one. There's still buildings in Anchorage that have like cracked foundations from that earthquake. That they just like preserved as historical documentation.
Do you have friends that lived here and lived through the earthquake?
My grandma, my mom,
about it?
my grandpa. Well, yeah, my grandpa. Yeah, they talk about it. My grandpa was driving when it happened, and he said he was on the road and his car just started kind of going where it wanted to. He had the brakes on and it just started sliding all over the place. And he said he was looking down the road and it looked like rollers on the ocean were coming at him. It was just because it was just.
Where was this? Where was this at?
He was in Anchorage. I don't remember exactly like the location. My grandma, she was at home with my mom and is it all my uncles? Yeah, so my mom and my 3 uncles. And she said she threw them in a corner and did the whole, like power stance over them in the corner, to shield them from anything. Nothing happened to them, luckily, or my grandpa. But yeah, it was terrifying. I guess the ground was like kind of just opening up in areas and just breaking shit apart. Buildings falling over.
The power.
I can't imagine it.
I had a friend of mine. He was
I
here.
don't want to live through that, man. That's one reason I want to move.
But it's not like it's when here.
It is
because we live on an active. You could look right here in Eagle River. You see Old Baldy, it's smooth, and you see the Shark Tooth Mountain right behind it. It's young and jagged. We live on an active fault line, and it's a subduction zone that produces the massive 9+ earthquakes. And then we're surrounded by volcanoes that are all in my sister's house. She can see all 4 of them right there. It's
and they're no joke.
The largest tidal wave in recorded history. It was actually like a reverse tidal wave. Happened here in Alaska in Latuya Bay, I think.
Latuya Bay.
Look that up. But the ground fell into the water, the bay, and knocked the whole bay out of place. And I guess there was a fisherman and his father were in this boat, and they heard the noise, turned and looked, and the whole bay was like coming at them in a form of 1,000-foot wave or something crazy. The father tossed the son life raft.
Life ring raft.
Or some type of flotation device, and said, "Make your peace with your Lord." He turned that boat to the open ocean and floored it, but they managed to survive.
So that was
They're the only known, witnesses. Latuya Bay.
Latuya Bay. That was July 9th, 1958.
Yeah, there you go. So
World's tallest tsunami hit in Alaskan Bay in 1958.
How tall were they saying the tsunami was?
Let's see. The earthquake itself was 7.7, 8.3. Going in here. Continue the article.
But the whole hillside all around the bay, from the tree line down, just kind of fell into the water, right? And displaced all that water rather rapidly, and so it was a Latuya Bay in 1958. It was the biggest known tsunami ever, right?
Yeah, the biggest tsunami ever recorded. It says here
500 feet. Wave.
Trees washed away by the wave along the slopes of the Gilbert Inlet on the opposite shore where the rockfall hit the sea suggests a maximum wave height of 1,720 feet. Wow. Along the Latuya Bay, the wave was still 100 feet high. In the bay, the wave was 50 to 75 feet high.
Jesus.
Wow.
Even a 50-footer is a monster. Good Lord.
It's like you see, and these earthquakes happen when the state was relatively small still. So
population-wise, yeah.
Like the 64 earthquake, there were 139 recorded deaths from that. What was that earthquake that hit California and just devastated it? I mean, pick one, I guess, but I know I was a kid. I think I was in high school.
89 Loma Prieta.
Yeah, you put on the TV and all you see is just crumbling overpasses and just.
I remember that one.
Oh my gosh,
I remember that one. But California is on a friction zone. They don't produce the big ones. Mm-hmm. Not like a subduction zone. It's different. Mm-hmm. The plates sliding along versus one being forced underneath the other one, like it is here.
Yeah.
So they keep talking about the big one in L.A., but it just doesn't produce the big ones. So to them, an 8.5 would be, and it would cause a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
They're not
just cars falling off overpasses. No big deal.
A lot of their infrastructure, they haven't put a lot of money towards it. They're too busy supporting other things like illegals. But no, anyway, we weren't going to talk about politics.
We weren't.
But
maybe we should.
No. Like Seattle, they have a lot of brick buildings. That are not brick. You start shaking brick, it cracks. It doesn't sway and give like more than modern buildings that have the old earthquake code built into them per se.
It's weird. I'm going to refresh this because you said no politics, but then you got me looking. Started looking at political stuff.
Oh well, it's a wonder the internet isn't shut down like the government. So
yeah, no shit.
But what I'm wondering is, we got these 800,000 non-essential employees. I'm going, if they're non-essential, why do we have them?
Why are they employed?
800,000 non-essential. Yeah.
Okay. They're obviously doing something.
Yeah.
But what do they mean non-essential? I just don't get it. Oh, they're not the senator that's wasting everybody's fucking time, so they're not essential?
I guess.
Is that how that works?
I don't know. I don't know what essential would mean. I don't know.
I'm just glad I work for the state and not the feds right now, because I'm pretty sure my wife would leave me. You can't afford to pay your bills, you get out.
Get you one of them there Dave horses.
Dave horses.
I'll tell you that joke sometime.
During the day?
It's yeah. It's some Brokeback Mountain shit there.
Oh God.
No, it's not.
Not that Brokeback Mountain shit.
It's worse.
Two cowboys, one cup. That would be worse, right?
Well, you remember the two cowboys with the U and the fence, and
yes, I remember that joke. Yep. What was the joke? I got a puns calendar for fucking Christmas, and there was a stupid joke on there. What would happen if you dropped a piano down a mine shaft?
I don't know.
You'd get a flat minor. Da-da-dum-dum.
Uh,
Guess what, folks? It's a calendar for the whole year. That's what I'll do. I'm going to do a video every day of me reading the calendar joke of the day.
there you go.
Yeah,
You could do that.
yeah.
Do it in time lapse. With some funny shit going on.
Time
around
lapse.
it. Like the whole year is condensed down to 1 minute. And I don't know. It'd be some funny shit. It could be funny. Could be.
I have to make.
Maybe
I'd have to take a
should I-
year's worth of video.
Right. Right. Ooh.
It'll be an anniversary thing. So January 20th, 2019, we'll have a 1-year time lapse video of
some of
Steve and
those-
I making out.
People don't appreciate some of those
Dude, Jamie
movies
didn't like
where
that.
it's 5 seconds of explosion that took $30 million and weeks to set up, or some poor cameraman who sat on the Serengeti for weeks waiting for the little bird to show up.
Just
And,
one
you know,
shot.
Yeah,
One shot.
10 seconds of this rare leopard, and I camped out for weeks for that, Anyway, you should appreciate that stuff.
You should.
Yeah, the arts are underfunded and underappreciated.
Speaking of underfunded and underappreciated,
That's us.
Breakface.
Like and subscribe, please.
Like and subscribe.
You can listen to more of our boring stories.
That's right. Wait,
They're not boring.
not all of them. Not all of them. But no, I mean, the thing that will get us to the next echelon is the support of the fans. If you hate us, tell us. We'll change. Maybe. Not going to guarantee anything. Not going to make any promises. If you like it, tell us. We'll focus more on that. And we need feedback. We don't get a lot of feedback.
Exactly.
I don't-
Exactly.
I don't think you people care. I'm really beginning to think that you don't care.
Yeah.
And it makes me sad. And when I'm sad, I keep making shows. So, joke's on you, bitches.
Joke's on you. I was planning to go
Joke is
fuck
on
myself
you.
later. Yeah, I got in a fight this morning with an erection. I beat it single handedly.
Did you?
So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So what is that?
break face.
Like 5,999 and 0. Never been an erection I couldn't beat.
Yeah. Oh,
It only took in one hand.
That's
That's
a
impressive.
it's like a sore dick. That can't be beat.
No, nothing like a sore dick. That can't be beat. Oh shit. And all right.
All right. Well,
Well, hey, thanks for listening to us blab. If you made it this far, awesome. Leave us a thumbs up. Give us some feedback. I'd like to shout out Alaskan Fighting Championship. Had a great event on Wednesday. It was AFC 136. Way too many names to list right now, but it was an amazing card. They actually posted some of it live on Facebook, so I actually got to watch it
awesome.
the next day.
Awesome.
I would have went Wednesday, but my mom was in town and I had to spend time with my mommy. So
Yeah. When's the next one?
I hope to catch the next one, AFC 137, February 14th,
Be there?
2018.
Be there.
Happy Valentine's
get,
Day.
Get your stuff. Get your tickets.
Nothing says love like watching someone get kicked in the face. Just nothing. Nothing. That's a lot of love right there. So that should be all of your all's date nights for Valentine's Day. My wife is excited. She can't wait to go watch people beat each other up for Valentine's Day. So check that out, Alaskan Fighting Championship. Check them out on UFC Fight Pass as well. You can watch all the live events as they happen, and you can also check out their whole entire catalog and library. And they are now housed at the Alaska Airlines Center. It's a fantastic venue.
Beautiful.
And Capo's Alaskan Beard Oil. You wanna make that beard even better? Get you some of his oil.
Mo better.
It's good. It's made with all Alaskan product.
Some Earl.
I can't even talk. All Alaskan ingredients.
Usyk.
Yes, yes.
Get you some Usyk on your face.
It goes on your beard, you pervs. Check him out, caposbeardoil.com, AFCAlaskaFighting.com.
Right.
Veterans Party,
Rock
give a
on.
little shout to them, buddy.
Yes, please. We need you to register to vote with us. It means ballot access, which means better candidates, and which means to start taking our country back.
There you go.
So-
And then Alaska Wood Shop.
All right. If you get your custom furniture out there, go see Mike. He can make you anything you want. So
Yeah. He's got some nice work out there.
You
too.
know,
I'm actually going to commission him
I-
a new
I-
table for us, I think.
hey, I love supporting local businesses.
Mhm.
Mom and pop. big chains, they don't need the money. You
No.
know, little local mom and pop, that little girl needs, ballet shoes, and the little kid needs taekwondo lessons and stuff like that. And when you can help provide that by supporting them, and that's where you spend your money, it's makes a huge impact in your community. So
Absolutely.
please support the local business.
And if you are a local business owner, or you know a local business owner who'd like a little bit of exposure,
Like to
we're
come on the show,
more than happy to
Put
help
up-
out in that regard.
put up with us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just drop us a line,
please.
and have a fantastic week.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
Aloha. Aloha.